What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melody, and listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, October 22nd, 2015. Learning some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melody. That's RayMelo. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom have reportedly called off their divorce. Media outlets confirmed as much as after TMZ broke the news Wednesday afternoon. Kardashian's attorney Laura Wassert asked to withdraw the 31-year-old reality star's petition for divorce earlier in the day. The judge granted the request, and Kardashian and the 35-year-old former NBA star will remain married. The estranged couple had signed divorce papers in July, over a year and a half after Kardashian first vowed to end their marriage. The news followed Odom's recent health scare. The basketball player was hospitalized after being found unconscious on October 13th in a legal Las Vegas, Nevada brothel. Kardashian's ex-boyfriend, French Montana, told the New York Daily News of the reality star's presence at Odom's bedside. "It's a beautiful thing. I feel like when somebody is going through a critical condition, I feel like people should step up to the plate to help." Odom was in a coma for several days and remained hospitalized, but was conscious and responsive as of Friday. He and Kardashian married after a month of dating in September of 2009 and filmed their wedding for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And in a related story, television personality Caitlyn Jenner is planning to begin her first motivational speaking tour since transitioning in February. Confirmed by E! News, Jenner's tour will be called Up Close and Personal, although the specific topic of the tour is unclear. Her event, however, is expected to cover how transitioning from Bruce to Caitlyn changed her life. Hosted by tour company Unique Lives and Experiences, which has led to speaking tours of the likes of Jamie Lee Curtis and Hillary Clinton, Jenner's first event will reportedly take place in Toronto, Canada on February 22nd and continue through four other cities. She will finish her tour in Seattle, Washington in early March. Before her transition and after her historic performance in the 1976 Olympic Games in Montreal, Jenner took to motivational speaking to share her story as a top athlete and how she got there. TMZ reports in those days Jenner made about $25,000 per speaking engagement, but since her gender transition, can't make more than $100,000 per event. Bill Cosby's longtime and prominent entertainment lawyer, Martin Singer, will no longer represent the comedian as two high-profile civil suits moves forward. Revealed Tuesday, Singer's replacement for both the Judy Hoof and Janice Dickinson cases will be represented from the Quinn Emanuel, Ukehart, and Sullivan law firm. Opposition lawyer Gloria Allred said in a statement reacting to the transition published by the Los Angeles Times, Mr. Cosby has decided to hire 700 lawyers to fight one woman. Mr. Singer has represented Mr. Cosby from the inception of Judy Hoop's case until now. Only Mr. Cosby and his representatives would be able to comment on the reason that Martin Singer is no longer representing Mr. Cosby and why this change has been made. Cosby's new firm is considerably large with 18 offices around the world and specializes in business, litigation, and arbitration. Cosby, who has been accused by over 40 women for sexual assault and drugging, has been represented by Lively and Singer since the start of the two current cases. Singer, a known entertainment lawyer who has previously represented Charlie Sheen and former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, told The Hollywood Reporter his replacement is an excellent law firm. We're happy to assist in the transition of the cases to them. Singer's departure as Cosby's legal representative comes soon after a Los Angeles Superior Court judge refused a request to end the Hoop lawsuit, which began last December. Additionally, the defamed comedian was subjected to provide a new deposition under oath that has been sealed to the public. Actor Daniel Radcliffe recently discussed his history of alcohol abuse with Playboy. The 26-year-old English actor addressed his struggles with addiction in a 20 Questions interview for the magazine's November issue. Radcliffe, who described himself as an inappropriate, messy drunk in 2014, has been sober since 2012. Recall, anytime I go out to dance, camera phones would come out that would make me very self-conscious, and what's the easiest way to escape being self-conscious? Alcohol is a quick way of doing that, so my drinking related in that way. It became painful to watch your personal issues that you tried to be sincere about getting turned into a father for TV gossip shows he shared. I can say lots of well-meaning stuff, why it happened and how it stopped for 3 hours, and the headline would be Drunk on the Set of Harry Potter. Radcliffe catapulted to fame after playing the title character in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone at age 12. He went on to star in 7 more Harry Potter movies until the publication his love for acting helped him avoid other pitfalls common to child stars. He says, I love to work. I love it from the word go. I love being on set. I love the hours. I love the people. I love the crazy, weird shit I got to do every day. Acting was the focus for me. I wasn't going to do anything to jeopardize being an actor. Radcliffe has since appeared in Kill Your Darlings, Horns, and West End and Broadway productions of The Cripple of Instrument. The actor will next star in Victor Frankenstein with James McAvoy and is scheduled for the movie Young Americans with Amanda Seyfried. Zendaya has taken to social media to slam Model List magazine for shrinking her hips and thighs in photos for their latest issue. The former Disney star aired out her concerns over the pictures Tuesday by posting side-by-side comparisons on her Instagram account. Zendaya captioned the snapshots, had a new shot come out today and was shocked when I found my 19-year-old hips and torso quite manipulated. These are the things that make women self-conscious, that creates the unrealistic ideals of beauty that we have. She also continued by saying, anyone who knows who I am knows I stand for honest and pure self-love. So I took it upon myself to release the real picture, right side, and I love it, she continued. Zendaya's post confirms the singer's accusations that her hips and thighs were considerably altered and made to appear thinner in the magazine photos. Despite retouching, however, Zendaya did thank the editors for correcting the situation. She concluded by saying thank you at Model List magazine for pulling down the images and fixing this retouch issue, she concluded. Back in September, Mattel presented Zendaya with a doll modeled after her 2015 Academy Award dress and dreadlocks hairstyle that Fashion Police host Juliana Rancid infamously criticized as smelling of patchouli oil or wheat. The comments made national headlines and landed Rancid under fire. For those unable to score an open night ticket to see Star Wars The Force Awakens this Christmas, ticket resellers are offering them online with price tags from several hundred to $10,000. Demands for the tickets when they went on sale Monday crashed several movie ticketing sites. First day sales on Fandango, for example, reached a new all-time high, selling 8 times more tickets than the previous record holder, The Hunger Games. Opportunistic resellers have turned to sites like eBay and Craigslist to make a profit, with some listing single or group tickets for prices like $750, $1,000, and $8,000. The most notable price inflation, however, occurs on listings for small set of tickets for $10,000 and up. One seller for North Canton, Ohio, is selling his 2 tickets for $10,000, including a limo ride and hotel accommodations. Speaking with Screen Crush, another unidentified seller of one of the $10,000 tickets packages located in Wilmington, Delaware, says he's simply curious about whether he can actually sell them. Who knows, he said, explaining a sale would mean something like a trip to Disney for himself and his son. Plenty of people are complaining about the price run-up online, responded one identified ticket seller. Sorry, dude. Amber Rose has taken to social media to slam GQ magazine for labeling her as Kanye West's infamous ex and Wiz Khalifa's baby mama in a new article about her new book, How to Be a Bad Bitch. Rose aired out her grievances towards the men's lifestyle magazine in an Instagram post Tuesday by posting a picture of the article's opening lines. Really? At GQ, she wrote, I'm so much more than Kanye's ex or Wiz's baby mama. Damn, why the fuck did you guys reach out to me for this article and photo shoot? To dumb me down? I talked about feminism and my slut walk. What the fuck? Nice. Title, scratch my head. I expect so much more from you guys, and I'm so disappointed. She continued by saying, I was so excited to be featured in GQ, not realizing I was shooting for a tabloid. The 32-year-old continued. My slut walk was for ignorant shit like this. On her beautiful, dark, twisted journey to the top, nice punt. Negative. Thanks for nothing. Earlier this month, Rose hosted a slut walk in Los Angeles to celebrate femininity, combat misogyny, and to protest the judgment of women based on their sexual clothes and attire. During the event, Rose gave a tearful speech in which she forgave West and Khalifa for ignorant comments they made after their relationships ended. A day later, Rose and Khalifa reunited on Instagram to bury the hatchet and snap a selfie together. Rose had dated Kanye West between 2008 and 2010. She later began seeing Wiz. In 2013, the two welcomed the baby boy Sebastian, who is now 2 years old, and got married. Rose filed for divorce in September 2014. How to Be a Bad Bitch is set for release on October 27th. Drew Barrymore struggled with postpartum depression after welcoming her daughter Frankie. The 40-year-old actress revealed as much in an interview for People magazine's November 2nd issue. Barrymore gave birth to her younger daughter in April 2014, is also the mother to 3-year-old daughter Olive with husband William Copeland. She says, "I didn't have postpartum for the first time, so I didn't understand it because I was like, I feel great," she shares. The second time I was like, oh wow, I see what people talk about now. I understand. It's a different type of overwhelming with the second. It really got under the cloud. She also added, "I just got right on of the idea, where do I need to be the most?" She said, of work and motherhood. Life is messy. It was just really challenging. I felt overwhelmed. I made a lot of decisions, and I definitely changed my work life to suit my parenthood. Barrymore's revelation comes amid growing awareness and dialogue about postpartum depression. Actress Hayden Panettiere detailed her own struggle with the condition in September before entering a treatment center this month. Barrymore announced last year she would take on fewer projects in order to focus on her family. The actress last appeared in Blended with Adam Sandler in 2014 and will next star in Miss You Already with Toni Collette. Yesterday's date, October 21st, 2015, is significant to any fan of the Back to the Future trilogy, as it represents the day that Marty McFly traveled to the future in 1989's Back to the Future 2. To celebrate reaching the future, the cast include Michael J. Fox, who portrayed McFly, Christopher Lee, who played Doc Brown, and Leah Thompson, who appeared as McFly's mother in the past, appeared on the Today Show to discuss their experience on set and to celebrate the new pop culture holiday that is Back to the Future Day. Lloyd made a grand entrance in the iconic time-traveling DeLorean. The veteran actor then spoke highly of his co-star Fox. Lloyd told Matt Lauer, "We had a chemistry from the instance that we walked on set. We were so happy to see each other. It never had to be manufactured. Nobody had to save work for this kind of chemistry. It was just there. It was innate and wonderful." All three stars mentioned the success of the franchise and how it's been able to endure after all these years. Lloyd said, "Here we are 30 years later, and it doesn't seem to have lost any momentum." While Fox called his work on the trilogy a privilege that I can't be more grateful for. Brandy Glanville will reportedly return to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Sources told Us Weekly magazine the 42-year-old reality star will occasionally appear on season 6, saying she'll pop up and here and there, but by no means will she be there on full time. Glanville seems to confirm the news by retweeting fan speculation Wednesday. Television personality had announced her departure from the Bravo series in June, and they had compared the show to an abusive partner. She told Housewives Happy Hour in September, "I haven't filmed yet. Honestly, I'm happier. I feel like I broke up with an abusive boyfriend. Like, oh my God, I love you, but you're horrible for me." Glanville first appeared in season 2 and was the series regular on season 3 through 5. Catherine Edwards, the wife to retired NFL star Donnie Edwards, and Erica Jane, dancer and wife to attorney Thomas V. Garoldi, will reportedly join the show in Glanville's absence. Mythbusters will come to a close after season 14. Discovery Channel Group President Rich Ross confirmed as much after Entertainment Weekly broke the news Wednesday. Co-hosts Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman have performed nearly 3,000 experiments over 267 episodes of the science show thus far. Ross said in a statement, "Mythbusters is and always will be an incredible important part of Discovery's history. Adam and Jamie are enormous talents who have brought learning and science to the forefront of this network." Season 14 will air in 2016, and back episodes of the series will move to the Science Channel the same year. Savage and Hyman addressed the news in the video of the show's Facebook page and admitted they knew the end was near in an interview with Entertainment Weekly. Savage says, "We knew it was ending at the beginning of 2015, so we've been filming the last season episodes all year long. I can tell you I've been through all of the Elizabeth Kubler-Ross stage of grief, anger, acceptance, denial. It's all been happening." Hyman said of the final episodes, "There's an emphasis on looking back. We could do a PhD dissertation on things we've tackled. We tried to go as deep as possible into things we're doing and gave them the respect and care they deserve. Mythbusters premiered in 2003 and followed Savage and Hyman as they performed experiments to prove or disprove the validity of various myths, rumors, movie scenes, and more. The duo's longtime colleague Cara Byron, Tori Bilecki, and Graham Imahara left the show in 2014. A revival of 1999's cult hit Cruel Intentions is making its way to the small screen. According to reports, NBC has ordered a follow-up series based on the film starring Brian Phillippe, Reese Witherspoon, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. The show will be based on Phillippe and Witherspoon's character's son, Bash, who discovers his family legacy after finding his father's journal. The network will partner unauthorized musical parody of Cruel Intentions creators Lindsey Bronson and Jordan Ross developed a reboot. Original writer and director Roger Crumble will also join the team to pen the script. News of the new TV venture comes after the reported success of unauthorized musical in Los Angeles, which attracted the movie's original cast to one of its 38 sold-out showings. Sony Picture TV will produce the present-day adaptation with the original film and AMBI deadline says. Jimmy Kimmel streamed through a long line of jokes at Donald Trump's expense after the Republican presidential candidate canceled his TV appearance Tuesday. Jimmy Kimmel Live host reportedly dedicated his monologue to Trump quips, saying the reason why The Apprentice star cut his plans short were cryptic. Kimmel explained his people said he had a major political commitment, but he did want me to relay the message to you that if he had been here, he would have been great. I'm dying to find out what this major political commitment was. He also added, usually it means he had to go on CNN and call someone an idiot or something, discussing the controversial candidate who had already made earlier appearances on competing programs The Tonight Show and The Late Show. Why did he cancel? We told him there were cameras here, right? Without holding back, Kimmel continued poking fun of Trump's less than compassionate reputation, asking, are Tuesday nights the night he volunteers down at the orphanage? The host assured his audience members, don't worry, tonight we're going to give everyone in the audience a basketball dip in cologne so that you can fully experience what it would have been like had Donald Trump been here. Moving on, but not from Trump, Kimmel posed an upside to the GOP's candidate's absence. The good part about Donald Trump not being here is we don't have to build a wall around Guillermo tonight, he said, referencing his Latino security guard and co-host Guillermo Rodriguez. Tuesday night's show continued as planned from Brooklyn's Academy of Music, where Kimmel is taping the show this week. Rapper Jay-Z made good on his commitment to appear on set to promote his title streaming service and give the live audience tickets to the upcoming live show. For Wednesday, Kimmel booked Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders and Michael J. Fox to celebrate the Back to the Future Day. Television icon and former host of The Price is Right, Bob Barker, was recently hospitalized after falling outside his home in Hollywood Hills, according to reports. Barker suffered minor injuries after he tripped on a sidewalk and tumbled and hitting his head on the pavement, Los Angeles police officer Ricardo Hernandez said Tuesday. Officers who witnessed the accident treated the alert and conscious 91-year-old until EMTs arrived to transport Barker to a nearby hospital. Barker has already been discharged and is currently resting at home and doing okay, his rep told Entertainment Tonight. He works out every day and is disappointed that he'll have to take a little break until he heals, the rep added. Barker was best known for hosting the game show The Price is Right for 35 years before retiring in 2007. He had previously done an 18-year stint as the host of the quiz show Truth or Consequences. Orange is the New Black star Laverne Cox is stepping into Tim Curry's heels as Variety reports that the actress has been cast as Dr. Frankenfurter in Fox's upcoming remake of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Curry famously donned a corset, wig, and garter belt for the 1975 film version of Rocky Horror, back when the differences between transvestite and transsexual weren't known to the general public or British lyricists for that matter. Cox, who has been making big strides in Hollywood lately, can now add another milestone to her list of accomplishments. Not only is she the first transgender person to be nominated for a Primetime Emmy, she is also the first to receive her own wax figure at Madame Tussauds. She now will also be the first transgender person to prance around in her underwear on network TV in a role made famous by Tim Curry. Variety describes Cox's role as a sexually ambiguous, flirtatious, alien mad scientist, which sounds similar to the original Frankenfurter. She isn't really a singer, though, aside from the occasional karaoke performance. So presumably some adjustments are being made. Cox will give the benefit of the doubt, but if they cast Ed Sheeran as Eddie, we're out. Adele gave an update on her highly anticipated new album 25 on Wednesday. The 27-year-old English singer shared a lengthy post on Facebook telling fans she recorded the album during a major turning point in her life. Adele had teased new music in an X Factor advert Sunday. The star wrote, "My last record was a breakup record, and if I had to label this one, I would call it a makeup record. I'm making up with myself, making up for lost time, making up for everything I ever did and never did." She also added, "Turning 25 was a turning point for me, slap bang in the middle of my 20s. Teetering on the edge of being an old adolescent and a full-fledged adult, I made the decision to go into becoming who I am going to be forever without a removable fan full of my old junk." She also shared by saying, "I miss everything about my past, the good and the bad, but only because it won't come back. 25 is about getting to know who I've become without realizing. And I'm sorry the album took so long, but life happened." Adele last released 21 in 2011, which was inspired by her breakup with her most recent boyfriend. The record debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 charts and went on to win Album of the Year at the Grammy Awards and included the number 1 hit singles, Rolling in the Deep and Set Fire to the Rain. The singer started dating Simon Konecki the same year and welcomed their first child, son Angelo, with the Drop 4 Drop CEO in October 2012. Drop 4 Drop provides sustainable clean water solutions to countries around the world. One Direction was forced to cancel a concert in Belfast minutes before the band was to take the stage after member Liam Payne became sick and was unable to perform. The cancellation announcement was made while most ticket holders had already taken their seats ready for the performance to begin. The concert promoter told the packed audience of shocked fans, "Unfortunately, the show tonight has been canceled as Liam has been taken ill, and while it is not serious, he is unable to perform tonight." Disappointed fans booed at staff, instructing them to leave the venue, with one witness telling the BBC that hundreds of girls and women had left weeping. Fans of Twitter quickly got the hashtag #GetWellSoonLiam to trend worldwide as loyal Directioners expressed their concern for his health. Bandmates took to the social media site to apologize for the cancellation, including Harry Styles, who wrote, "Deepest apologies to everyone at the show tonight in Belfast. Very disappointed, but unfortunately these things happen. We're very sorry." Now, however, One Direction has rescheduled Tuesday's canceled concert for Friday and confirmed that their remaining shows at the SSE Arena in Belfast will go on as planned. Payne tweeted out the good news while issuing an apology to concertgoers. He posted, "I'm so sorry to everybody I disappointed last night. I'm feeling better now. I really hope everyone can make the rescheduled date on Friday." One Direction's current On the Road Again tour will be the band's last before taking an extended break sometime next year. Earlier this week, the group released a music video for their new single, Perfect. And now let's take a look at the top 10 songs in the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of October 31st. Number 10, Good For You by Selena Gomez featuring A$AP Rocky. Number 9, Salento with Watch Me. Number 8, Locked Away, R City featuring Adam Levine. Number 7, Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. Number 6, Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. Number 5, Stitches by Shawn Mendes. Number 4, 679, Fetty Wap featuring Remy Boys. Number 3, What Do You Mean by Justin Bieber. Number 2, Hotline Bling by Drake. And the number 1 song in the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of October 31st, The Hills by The Weeknd. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1992, Baseball Hall of Fame announcer Red Barber dies at the age of 84. Red Barber, the legendary announcer for the Brooklyn Dodgers with the voice that one sports writer called, quote, a spoonful of sugar drifting through a glass of iced tea, dies. He was 84 years old. In an era where almost every Major League Baseball team had a distinct voice, Mel Allen for the Yankees, Kurt Gordy for the Red Sox, Harry Carey for the Cubs, Barber's rooted but homespun Mississippi twang was for the Dodgers. He pioneered a colorful repertorial style of play-by-play narration that generations of broadcasters have imitated. He gave his listener a scrupulously detailed but carefully nonpartisan version of the events on the field so that they could feel like they were sitting in the stands themselves. Barber's baseball broadcasting career began with the Cincinnati Reds in 1934 when the 26-year-old announcer called the first Major League game he had ever seen, and ended in 1966 when the New York Yankees fired him for noting on air that only 413 people had come to watch the last-place Bombers play. But from 1939 to 1953, his years as the play-by-play announcer for the Brooklyn Dodgers, Barber became a citywide celebrity. He invented an entirely new vocabulary that was nevertheless almost instantly familiar to anyone who listened to his broadcast for more than a few minutes. To Barber, the baseball diamond was the peach patch, and Ariel was a rhubarb. A short-think game was tied up in the carcass sack, and a team that had a game well in hand was sitting in the catbird seat. Everyone who heard Barber say that the bases were FOB knew he meant that they were full of Brooklyn's players. Likewise, listeners knew that a player who was assuming the ballistic burn was coming in to relieve the pitcher. Meanwhile, Barber's broadcast some of baseball's most important moments. The first night game and the first televised game, for example, along with Jackie Robinson's first as a Dodger and Roger Maris's record-breaking home run. Fans adored him. Once, after the Dodgers won the pennant, they mobbed him as he left Ebbets Field and pulled out handfuls of his hair to keep as souvenirs. During baseball season, his voice was everywhere. Bob Costas said, "People tell me you could walk through Brooklyn without a radio and still hear red. You could still hear red describe the game. You wouldn't miss a pitch because it would come from an apartment windowsill, from a storefront, from a car radio with its windows open." 1978, Red Barber and Mel Allen were the first announcers to be inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. 3 years later, Barber's vivid, literate broadcast style won him a whole new generation of fans when he joined newsman Bob Edwards for 4 minutes every Friday morning on NPR's Morning Edition to talk about politics, gardening, family, and, of course, baseball. And that's your entertainment report for Thursday, October 22nd, 2015. I'm your host with Stanton, Ray Mello. I'll be back tomorrow to wrap up the week, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello. That's RayMelo. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.